Hey everybody, welcome to the next vlog. We're finally going to do the Tournament of Toasties. Sorry about last week. We did have one comment. I should look it up. Where's my other phone? That did request that we go ahead and do Tournament of Toasties today. Something else next week, and then, so we'll get back on the every other week. Of course, next week's my birthday, so who knows if I'm actually going to end up cooking anything next week. We'll find out. But, yeah, so it is, what is today? Today is March 30th, 2022. It is 5:42 p.m. And we're going to get to that in just a second. Let me find this. It shouldn't be too... I'm almost to it. It wasn't too long ago. Or maybe it was. I guess I could have just opened the blog and found it right there. Well, apparently it was a little while ago. Was it before the Oscars, I guess? Okay. And... well, all right, let's just do it the way I should have done it to begin with. We'll go... Anyways, while I'm doing that, there are time code links in the bottom in the description. If you're part of this vlog is something you want to jump to or something you just want to skip, that's going to be your easiest way to go about doing that. Of course, Mary and I will tell you about some movies we saw. We have a few more Oscar movie reviews, and we'll tell you our thoughts on Oscars, I guess. Things like that. And, hold on, I'm finally at the vlog. And doing some kind of update. I don't know what she was just, oh, I think she got a phone call or something maybe. Where, oh, no. I clicked a button and I'm an idiot. All right, hold on, now I've over scrolled. Jesus, Eric. Jesus H. Eric, here we go. Okay, I'm in there. There we go. Now where is the daggum, oh, well. Unless this filter is hiding it. Aha, there we go. Parker, thank you, Parker. Sorry, that took forever, everybody. All right, so unfortunately for this grilled cheese, it's not gonna be super easy. Well, it's gonna be fairly easy, but we do have to caramelize some onions first, which, again, fairly easy process, but it's one you have to stay on top of, and it's one that's gonna take a little while. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the grilled cheese here, and then we'll try to give you updates on everything else going going on. Of course, I'll talk about what games I'm playing, which you know what it is, but I'll give you my thoughts currently on WWE 2K22. There we go. One of these days I'll get it right, which I'm still loving. All right, so we got a lot to do today. It's almost 6 o'clock already. Crap. All right, I gotta get going. Let's cook. So, as usual, we are here with our Food Network Soup Magazine that we cooked from recently, but of course it has the 50 grilled cheese in the back. You can go online and look up Food Network 50 grilled cheese. You will find this article. It's almost the same, couple differences, but we are here to, we're in the Sweet 16, we're figuring out our Elite 8, and today we're doing kind of fancier, cheesy ones, so it should be kind of interesting. We have a window open, so if it gets noisy, I'm sorry. So first let me tell you what we're doing today. Today we're gonna put the number 21, the blue cheese and onion, versus the number 26, Brie roast beef. So on the blue cheese and onion, we're gonna sandwich one slice each of Munster and soft blue cheese. I don't have slices of blue cheese, I just realized. I don't know what the deal is gonna be with that. Some caramelized onions and another slice of Munster between 2 slices of marbled rye, cooked flipping once until golden, butter in the pan method. And that's gonna go up against the Brie roast beef, which we're gonna spread Dijon mustard and Brie cheese, which we're gonna remove the rind and have a new trick I'm gonna try for cutting Brie. On 2 slices of sourdough bread, sandwiched with some caramelized onions and 1 slice of roast beef, cooked flipping once until golden. The good thing is both of these take caramelized onions, so I shouldn't have to do it for other sandwiches in this round. Now, before we get on that, let me see what notes we had, what we talked about last time. Because we gotta get these onions going. Because if you make a bunch, it can take you like an hour. Hopefully, we're gonna do 1 onion and see if we can do it in like 20 minutes, hopefully. All right, let's see. Let me find these on here. Italian. Brie roast beef originally beat out the ham and cheddar, the number 35. Brie roast beef win. Number 26 could be a wild card. What? But that's the winner. Yeah. Only use 4 ounces for a whole sandwich. I guess of Brie or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think we put way too much Brie on it before, if I remember. It was a gooey, delicious mess. Why did I suggest unsalted butter in this one? I don't know. Because we used about 8 ounces of cheese this time. Definitely less Brie. Yeah. I don't know why we call it a wild card, though. That is very strange to me. All right, anyway, so let's move on, and then Where is the other one? So the blue cheese and onion went up against the Gruyere sauerkraut. And of course, blue cheese and onion won. 25 was the Gruyere sauerkraut. Notes say close. Note, next time, dust on blue cheese to keep it from being overpowering. Next time, dust on blue cheese. I'm gonna have to get married to translate. I mean, handwriting's fine. It doesn't make any sense to me. But those are our notes. So, all right. So let's get these onions going. Now, caramelizing takes a while because you know, it's not sauteing, it's not grilling. You're trying to really bring out the sweetness. And I guess I'll show you most of my ingredients. I have most of the ingredients out. I don't have everything out. We got this marbled rye to work with. Should be delicious. We got some Kroger Deli roast beef. I did have a fresh sourdough loaf that I was gonna slice myself last week, but we didn't do it, and now it's kind of stale. So all I could find now was this. We have, we're gonna use the Grey Poupon for the Dijon. I got some blue cheese here, but you know, again, it's supposed to be sliced, so I don't know, maybe I'll just make some thin slices. We got our salt, we got our sugar, we got some EVOO, and we got some balsamic we're gonna use for the onions. And I actually pulled out 2 onions, but I'm just gonna do 1, but I will do the bigger one. Okay, so you can also add butter. I'm just gonna stick with oil because it's just gonna be easier. And it's a very loose recipe. So first things first, we gotta chop up our onions. I'm gonna want a little serving bowl to put them in. All right, you know the drill, you've seen this before. Just gotta get choppity right through here, split it in half. Go ahead and take off a little bit of the tip. I've taken off more than I really wanted to, but that's fine. Into the compost you go. Thank God there's no banana peels in there right now. I'll tell you, that scent lingers, yo. It lingers. All right, let me get some paper towels to work with as we need them. What am I doing? Trying to clear off some room on the board for setting down clean. Onions, once I peel a layer off. There we go. Oh, Mary, you here?
Yeah.
Can you take a look at your notes and help me try to decipher what we're trying to say? I can read it, but I don't understand it.
All right, what am I looking at?
You want to look up, it's like on the back side of the first rounder thing. And we're looking for the Brie, no, I'm sorry, the blue cheese and onion one.
Blue cheese and onion.
Because it says something about dust on the blue cheese, and I'm like, what? I'm confused.
Dust on the blue cheese to keep it from being overpowering.
What do you mean, dust on?
I think we said, however we did before, it was too much.
Yeah, but why did we use the word dust? It's not like you sprinkle it. It's supposed to be.
Well, in what format did it come the last time? Because I know all I think was blue cheese crumbles.
I probably put crumbles in there. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Hey,
Go back and look at the tape. I'm pretty sure you might be right. That's probably what it is. Now that you got me thinking about it, it was probably that we used blue cheese crumbles. All right, I'm gonna try to get some of this dirt off that got there where I set it down. All right, that one's good.
You need me for anything else?
No, I just had a question about that, and I was waiting for you to be around to ask.
Okay.
I mean, I do need you for other things, but not on the video. Wink.
I'm gonna go out and do some yard work. I'll have my headphones on so if you need to call me.
Gotcha. I'll let you know when it's getting close to whatever. All right, so we need these in strips, so this is pretty easy. We don't have to do the full dice. Gonna let the natural lines. Don't do that with your knife. That's not a good choice, kids. Oh yeah, and then I gotta remember, I learned a good way to keep from getting teary-eyed cutting onions is not to bury my damn face down in it while I'm doing it. I don't have to hunch over it.
You don't say.
Yeah. Just try to remember, it's new. It's new to me. Just take off the back end here. And those should all just kind of start breaking apart. If I cut it well enough, yep, there we go. Some spots I did a little better than others, but it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and break all these up myself just because we really, you know, want to get all that surface area free as quickly as possible. I got too much to do today. I got trailers, I gotta shoot something for a collab I'm excited about. And I really want to get to Resident Evil, but it is Wednesday and Mary and I need to watch Moon Knight. So we can start doing our reviews on the $2 pay side of the memberships.
And we're not going to wait a week to do them?
No, hopefully we'll do it right after. Because those who've subscribed know sometimes that became a problem for us when I tried to put them off for a day or two. And I'm using like a sweet onion for this, a Vidalia. Because again, caramelized sweet, you know, you're getting sweet onions out of it, so, or you're kind of making them sweet, so you want to start with a sweet onion. All right, that's that one. I need a clean paper towel now. And I mean, you know, we'll work on like prepping some cheese and stuff while the onions are working, hopefully. Although I do have to kind of stay on them, you know. All right, another half here. And you do not want to use a non-stick pan for caramelizing onions because that's not going to help you. You do need them to kind of, you know, you need them to act like they're trying to burn, but you don't want to burn them, basically. So, you know, you need that surface contact, essentially. Okay. That should do that. Got a piece in there? Yeah, there we go. How y'all doing? Everybody doing okay? You having a good time? You excited for my birthday? Not as excited as I am. I'm about to have a hell of a cool birthday week though coming up. It officially starts for me tomorrow, and I don't normally do like the birthday week thing. Well, I mean, I don't specifically call it out as like, oh, I'm doing a birthday week. But this year, like, amazing things are happening almost every day of my life for a week in a row, so I've been trying to get ahead on my work. And it all starts tomorrow with, you know, we talked about the Italian dinner we did at Azure. Well, they're doing round 2 tomorrow. And, you know, if it's even half as great as the first time was, we're going to have an amazing time and amazing food. So that's my Thursday. And then my Friday, we're going to go see Morbius. That'll probably be the worst part of it. I'd rather stay home and watch Mystery Science Theater, but I'll get to watch that later. And I'll have fun with that. So there's my Friday. Then Saturday, WrestleMania, probably wings. Sunday, WrestleMania, and I'm planning on pizza. Let's see, Monday Monday would be the 4th. So Monday, not a lot. I'll probably do a little bit of work, probably play some Resident Evil, something like that. Just kind of enjoy myself that day. And then Tuesday is the 5th, which is my mom and dad's anniversary. But also, that's when Lego Star Wars comes out, the Skywalker Saga, so I'll be playing that. This is my birthday gift. And then, of course, Wednesday is my birthday. We'll be going back to Azure for a birthday dinner. And that's pretty much the whole week. And then Thursday, we go see Sonic, which I'm getting more excited about because I've heard some of the critics are reviewing it and saying, ugh, they spend too much time on Sonic. I wish they had more time with the humans. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. It sounds like they're doing the right thing. So I'm excited for that. And then Friday after that, I don't know. I don't really have anything special going at that point. But, you know, still just good times. So I'm excited, but that means I'm doing a lot more extra work today than I would normally probably do. Plus this collab thing is like, oh man, I'm very excited to do it. We've talked about it a long time ago. I almost thought it wasn't going to happen. It's nothing crazy, but same time, I'm like, oh, you need it by Friday? I wish I had more than a week. Oh, shoot. But I'm gonna have fun doing it. I have to do 2 things, basically, and they're both pretty easy. The only issue is they aren't demanding 4K, but they would prefer 4K, and I'm like, well, I have that capability, but man, I gotta tear down so much stuff that I leave permanently installed to make my job easier, that it's like, ooh, can I at least give you this part in 1080? So I'm gonna find out. I mean, again, they said I could, but they would prefer 4K, but anyways. All right, so we has our onions, all right? So we're gonna get this started. Just it over there. Got my stainless steel 3-quart pan here. Honestly, I could probably go with a smaller pan now that I'm looking at that. Because those are gonna shrink down like crazy. And a smaller pan will take less room in the dishwasher, so let's do that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do 2 or not. Crash, bang, boom. Jesus. Said it in jest, but oh yeah, that should work. That should work. All right, now let me refer to my online little thing I found here that I had to go dig up. Why, I didn't want to open Twitter. What did I? Okay, step 1 is cutting the onions. Step 2, we're gonna use a wide, thick bottom sauteed pan. Yep, groovy. All right, we're gonna coat the bottom of the pan with olive oil. Use about a teaspoon per onion. So we want a couple teaspoons of olive oil. This doesn't have to be perfect. That's a teaspoon. Is that a teaspoon? Yeah, sure. We'll call it a teaspoon. I got a little left in this bottle. See if we can get it all out of here. 1. Oh yeah. Perfect. Let's coat that around a little bit. I might need a little dollop more just to get the pan coated. Because again, I think they're expecting you to be doing more than 1 onion. Oh, geez, okay, I need to clean that up. Where was it? Yeah, don't want to drop olive oil down in the burner. All right. I'm gonna leave this out in case I need to hit it with a dash more as it dries. So what was the heat setting? I think it's like a medium high or something. Let's see. Heat the pan, medium high. God, oh shit. Did I? Nope, I fucking turned it off. Damn it. Hiya. Medium high until the oil is shimmering. Then we're gonna add the onions, coat. And we may need to reduce the heat to medium or medium low, which we probably will. Damn it. All right, medium-high heat. So we're gonna wait on that to shimmer. Shimmer. Okay, so that's the only veggie prep we have to do, but we do have some cheese prep to do. So, let's get out the old cheese slicer, the one I currently use, which is not bad. This bad boy. Let's work with the blue cheese real quick. And I got the bread out here so I can kind of see what I'm doing in terms of what I need to prepare size-wise. And I have left the Brie, I don't know if I mentioned this or just thought it and didn't tell you, but I left the Brie in the fridge because, you know, since that's such a soft cheese, I want it to stay a little bit chill for me cutting it. And I used to hate blue cheese, but I've really kind of grown to enjoy it these days, especially with a nice Pinot Noir. That particular red blends incredibly well with those flavors. All right, let's get something out for cheese slices. Let's use one of Mary's big plates. With her pattern she loves so much. Okay. So let's see. How do I want to go about this? Let's go like this. What do you think? I have no idea if this is a good way to do that or not. It kind of crumbled, didn't it? That's probably good. Actually, this seems to be a great way to do this. And I mean, you know, the angle I'm on, that's what I was referring to. That's definitely enough. All right. Let me set this somewhere in case I screw up and need to use it again. Okay. Well, that part went much easier than expected. You might say it was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Get me a Ziploc bag-o. Yeah, sandwich size, I'm fine with that. Oh, I think my oil is about ready. Close. Okay. So let's set it aside. Give me a white wet paper towel. Actually, dry probably would have been fine. Okay. Actually, I need to deal with this. Okay, hold on. My oil is definitely shimmering and hot, so let's actually get on the onions. Let me get my favorite spatula. Woo! Definitely stepped away from that. Woo! I kind of get them in the oil. Woo. We're definitely going to take that heat down in just a second. Didn't quite get that onion broken up. Okay, we'll get to it. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go down to a medium because I see like a little corner already kind of brown up way too quickly. Oh, Echo, set timer for 10 minutes. Echo, set timer for 10 minutes. Because in 10 minutes we're gonna hit it with some sugar and salt. Okay, those are definitely looking pretty nice and coated in the oil. Try to even them out, get as much pan contact as you can. I'm going to refer to the recipe. What am I doing next? All right, stir, coat with oil, spread them even, let them cook, stirring occasionally. After 10 minutes, hit some salt over the onions, and if you want, you add some sugar. They add about a teaspoon for 5 onions. One trick keeping the onions from drying out is you cook a little, add a little water to the pan. I don't know that I'm going to have that problem. I can do that at any point. After that 10 minutes, then we'll get going. Okay. So we just need to stir on occasion. So let me finish what I was going to do, which is cleaning off this knife because I don't need it for a little while. Okay. So we got our space here. We need to work the Brie. Let me grab that out of the fridge. And I have 0.67 of a pound, huh? All right. Oh shit! We got an escapee. Nobody told me, man. Some oil on that puppy. Well, it's a little over half. So I'm going to want to use about a quarter of that. Just give these a little stir. Yeah, you can see some of the ones down there. I'm even going to take my heat down a little bit more. Starting to kind of brown on the edges in ways that it's a little bit faster than I want to happen. Yeah, the recipe I'm using, they're doing like 5 onions. So, you know, my times might actually be off. This may actually go faster than I was expecting. Gotta stop beating the hell out of the rims of my pans. Okay. Oh boy, I don't know, man. Come on. All right. Oh, I forgot to get the Munster out as well. I do have another brick of Brie. I don't think we would need it. We better not need it. And the trick I learned to try is using a pizza cutter, if I can find mine. I haven't used it in so long because I got a pizza ever since I got that pizza chopper. There we go. Ah, come on, the onions are gonna burn. I'm gonna take the heat back up a little touch. And this will get easier as they go because as they shrink, I won't be so worried about them flopping out of the pan. Cool. All right, well, let's, hold on. I do need to refer to something in the book. Am I supposed to be doing 2 slices? I need to know how thin to cut this. Where is it? Here you are. Dijon mustard, Brie. Okay, no, just 1 slice. Good, good, good. So let's see if this magazine tip was correct. Cooks Illustrated often has really good tips. Oh, okay. That works pretty nicely. Oh man, that works really well. Try to get my slices kind of even though. Need to stir those onions. Well, let's just keep going. Because I mean, you know, we'll eat it however we need to. All right, now I gotta work on getting those rinds off some pieces. These are starting to smell really good. Okay. Scheitza. Come on now. Alright, how are we doing? 4 minutes till we salt and sugar. Yeah, I don't think this is going to take nearly as long as I thought it was originally. Alright, let's see if this works for getting off the rinds a little easier too. Man, this is such a killer fucking tip for working with Brie or soft cheeses in general. Holy shit. And of course the rind is edible. You just don't want it for a melting sandwich. There's this piece. I really don't like making this though because this takes so much effort. Once I get this piece de-rind, we'll go give the onions another little toss. Burning, you know. Alrighty. Yeah, you can see some of the smaller ones are really already starting to get some color. I mean, at this point, they're kind of grilled, almost sauteed. Somewhere between grilled and sauteed at this point. So grilled is the same thing as sauteed. In my mind, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not like a pro, I'm just my experience. grilled onions are like kind of halfway to sauteed. Like they have that kind of, you know, softer texture and kind of the wet, you know, sweet brought out of them, but they still have some bite to them. Sauteed, they're really translucent and soft, and yeah, you know, and then caramelized, they're very soft, but still have somehow still maintain a little bite, but they're very sweet. Yeah, we're really gonna have to work down some of this though. It's gonna be hard to get like, you know, perfect slices here. So like this piece, I need a little extra. Let's work with you here. I like how these rinds are kind of curling up on the edges. It's kind of neat. But yeah, man, pro freaking tip. Definitely, there we go. Use a fucking pizza slicer for Brie cheese. That's awesome. That is awesome. Did you see the other, I guess if you were one of my pay people, you might have seen how much of a chore trying to do that with a regular chef's knife was. Or even like proper soft cheese knife would have been difficult, but that made that so freaking easy. And yeah, I think we could pretty much go ahead and start hitting this with salt and all that. Yeah, 58 seconds, sure. Let me, oh, Mary has organized. I appreciate that she organized it, but she put all my little measuring cups on the clip. It's like, no, I need to grab them faster. The clip really slipped me down. Set that right there for a minute. All right. Let's get some salt in there. Let me check the recipe. Just to be sure. All right. No, I'm on the wrong page. After 10 minutes, sprinkle salt over the onions. If you want, you can add some sugar. And then we're gonna let the onions cook for a while, stirring every few minutes. And once they start sticking to the pan, we let them a little bit. Trick is to leave them so they don't. Yeah. Cooks great. We're gonna hit it with some balsamic near the end, so let's go ahead and get some salt in these. Just a pinch. They don't really tell me. Echo, cancel alarm. Maybe another pinch. Okay. And we'll use like, I'm gonna do like a quarter. It's a little more than I say she because this was written by a woman, but we use about a quarter of the sugar. Quarter teaspoon is what I'm saying. Just white granulated sugar. And now let's just get in here and mix all that up. Echo, set timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Now, I don't think we'll actually need that long. I'm just gonna give myself a guide. Just trying to get that salt and sugar stirred through. The sugar helps with the caramelization, makes it move a little faster. Yeah, I'm not gonna need any more oil. This is perfect. And again, keep flattening them out, get as much surface contact as you can. Okay, we'll leave that for a little bit. That Brie is good. Let me get a little on. Yes, another Ziploc. Let me use a bigger one. Oh shit, we need quart bags. We're running low here. Is that? Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. Have that with some. We got some take and bake. No baguettes. What do I have? I guess actually, yeah, they are. They're little small French baguettes. I would love to eat all this right now. I'm not gonna. I might eat that. I'm watching my girlish figure. We had impromptu tacos yesterday on Tuesday, and they were amazing. But somehow I did lose a little weight. I'm kind of amazed at that. Okay, some for the chef. Yep, that's the shit. Wow. God damn, that was good. So, I went with a double cream brie. Honestly, it was to save some money. I was spending so much at the grocery store. Here. Let's give this another stir. Yeah, you can see these are really like softening down, taking less room in the pan. Looks some good brie, man. But yeah, I'm just still in awe of how well that freaking pizza cutter trick worked. That's my favorite thing about this Cook's Illustrated magazine. I don't so much pay attention to the recipes in there. I mean, occasionally. They are where I learned to make perfect hard-boiled eggs by steaming them and stuff. But, I don't remember what I was trying to say. But one of my favorite things is right in the beginning of every issue, they have a whole bunch of user-submitted tips and tricks, and I have learned so many cool little things in there. So I'm a fan. Now, I do need to get to a place where I stop working these so much so they can actually start getting stuck to the pan. And while I do that, let me take a look at the recipe and see when I'm supposed to add the balsamic. Metal spatula help you scrape up brown bits from the bottom of the pan as the caramelization proceeds. As they cook down, you may scrape the pan every minute instead of every few minutes. Continue to cook and scrape till the onions are a rich brown color. At the end of the cooking process, you might want to add a little balsamic vinegar or wine to help deglaze the pan and bring some additional flavors to the onions. Yep. That's pretty much all there is to it at this point. We're just cooking them until they get about that right color. We're gonna deglaze a little bit of balsamic because that's my lady's favorite. We got our cheeses ready. Our meat's ready. Actually, I should get the Munster out so it can be, you know, if it warms up a little bit, that's good for melting. Where is it? I used some the other day. There we go. And then, of course, you know, we got the just private selection Munster. If you have seen, I guess I can put this all the way. Don't need it. I don't know. I'm trying to like have 5 conversations at once in my head, I guess. Okay. Yeah, now's kind of just really just the waiting game at this point. Well, I am gonna put these other cheeses away. I wish I had the calorie space for some charcuterie tonight, because I've been craving it. I'm in the mood for some red wine, too. Red wine. Ooh. Oh, thank God, that was just a toy. I thought I backed up onto a kitty's tail. It's happened. They sneak up behind my feet. Let's give it a little stir here. It's been a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, you can see some of the edges here are going nicely. Oh yeah, ooey gooey caramelized onion mess of deliciousness. So usually if you're gonna do this and you know you may want some for other things or whatever, you would do a big batch because you can keep these for a while and they reheat up pretty easily. And of course, you know, patty melts, just straight up burgers, hell, tacos, hot dogs. Oh hell yeah, man. Especially in a Seattle style hot dog. Now granted, I would also want jalapeno in there, sauteed, but yeah, is it Seattle style? I think it's Seattle style. No, I'm forgetting, but basically we put some warm cream cheese inside the hot dog bun, hit it with some like sauteed onions and jalapenos. That's really great. But this is just awesome as is. Okay. I'm sorry, my brain, if I went silent, my brain is kind of eyeballing what I've got and planning how that's gonna work. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and grab my other pots. Or my other pan. Set those out. I'm gonna go ahead and get a stick of butter. And as always, keep it consistent. We use my favorite butter, which is the sea salted extra creamy Tillamook. Let that soften a little while it's out here. And then yeah, we have everything ready to go. I mean, I could technically be building these sandwiches. I might. Let's go ahead and get some breads out, right? Ain't gonna hurt. Maybe we can't build them 100%, but we can get close. Yeah, let's find us a couple of really nice pieces of rye in here. Go for the middle. I think these might be pretty good. All I really want to do is go play WWE. I'll tell you more about it later, but I'm very excited because I finally got a card out of a card pack today I've been dying to get, which got me a really great collector reward. Get this bread out too, and then we can give them a stir over there. Go right here. See my process, I realize you might be curious. Yeah, these are gonna be some big old Sammies, man. So we might use a little bit more Munster than it requires. We got this big bread. Make some room to work over here. All right, onions, how you coming? Oh yeah. There we go. Coming along nicely. Let's get some of these more white ones more to the center where the heat's a little better. Making me want hash browns. Which one of these days I need to try making. I need to up my potato game. But also, we still got some meat we want to try. You know, it's gonna be my birthday week. Maybe we see if we can perfect a filet mignon. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do next week. I have no idea. Like I said, might not even cook. Just forgive me if I don't, because it'll be my birthday week. And I want to really enjoy it. All right, so back to sandwich building. Make sure I put the right thing on the right thing. All right, so rye is over here with the blue cheese. Let's get to the Munster. Munster, blue cheese, then onions, then Munster. Okay, and that's Dijon mustard. Doesn't say if I put it on both sides or not. We don't want it to overpower, so we'll just put it on one. And then that gets the Brie, onions, and then roast beef on top. Okay. So we'll start here. Lay down some Munster. Hopefully I actually do have enough. I should, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 4 should. I just hope I don't screw up the sandwich and have to do it again. Then we got a problem. I actually used some of this Munster the other day. If you recall that bagel sandwich back in the day, the bagel grilled cheese, I actually made me one of those just to have the other day. It was quite tasty. Okay, I think we can do like a slice and a half for each side. Which is good. That means I have just enough to do this again if I have to. Wind just knocked some foil down. Okay, I need to get at those onions. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and you can see it's definitely taking less and less room in the pan now. Just trying to get them flat. All right, and back to cheese. Back to cheese. Is that what Luke ate while he was in the tank recovering? Ha 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 ha. All right. Push the air out. And you know me, I always quadruple, quintuple check the recipe because I'm always afraid I'm going to do the wrong thing. It can also help if I get my hand a little more on the heat. Munster. Blue cheese, okay. Okay, so we'll put the blue cheese on there. Still might be too much blue cheese, not gonna lie. I should have not cut it quite so thick. Whoops. Oh well. Nah, let that go a little bit longer. Trying to let them actually do their thing. This Dijon is still good. It's awfully watery sound. Ooh, a bit of a splatter. I think it's still good. Oh, is it supposed to be that wet? We're gonna hope that's okay. It is quite expired, but it's mustard. It's like mustard seeds and vinegar. Ooh, okay. If we can get the other sides to start looking like that, we can hit it with balsamic. We need to spread that mustard though. Smells amazing. Come on, get off the thing. I'm trying to caramelize to my spatula. And we don't want to put too much on here because often the mustard tends to overpower everything. Although it does look like we need more than that. And when we're done, I think I'm going to toss that. I'm hesitant to tell you how expired it is. Shh, we're fine. We're fine. It smells like mustard. We're good. Actually, still, I do want to coat the entire piece of bread, though. I think I'm gonna call that good enough. It's pretty much coated. Alright, let's lay this brie out. Oh crap. Oh no. Okay, it stuck to my plate a little bit. Oh no, I don't know if I actually... Shit, I might need to cut some more. It's not gonna... Oh no! No, got too warm. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and spread these strips out. That way as they melt in the middle, there we go. That should work just right. Okay, so those are ready. Let's give this one more good flip here. I definitely have a little bit of a caramelization happening in some places, or some fond happening in the pan. But yeah, these are pretty darn close, man. I would say this is near the end of the cooking, so we're gonna hit it with some balsamic. Spread these out some. So we've been about 16, almost 16 minutes since I set that timer, to give you an idea. Okay. And where's the balsamic vinegar? Here we go. No idea how much I'm actually supposed to put in here, so we're just gonna eyeball it. That may be way too much, but whatever. Turn this around too. This is also going to give them some more color, obviously. So I'm just trying to get that mixed through. Yeah, I think I was a little heavy with it, but probably should use about half what I used, but oh well, it's fine. Wasn't really a lot to deglaze. I had a pretty good oily pan going here. Yeah, I think these are just about done, basically. So one onion takes a lot less time. Trying to get some of that deglazing done. Let some of the balsamic cook out. Yeah, I mostly got brown bits up around the edges here. Or fond, I should say. Okay. And I think I'm gonna call those as Dunzo. So we're about ready to actually cook the grilled cheese. I need a little thing to cook those in. Where's my little finger? There we go. I think I can get them all out with that. Don't make it too big of a mess. Guess I should take the heat down too. Just trying not to lose any. Okay, here's where it's gonna get a little bit trickier. Also, heat off. And these last little ones out there. Maybe. There we have it. Okay. All right, you can let that cool. Actually, I'm curious if that's actually cooked on. So just a quick little test here. Oh yeah, now I gotta actually get in there and deglaze that shit. It's better to do it while it's hot, but you don't want to shock the pan with cold water. I'm just trying to scrape up a bunch here while I can, while I still got some heat in the pan. Sorry everybody, almost happy with it. Or happy enough to get started anyways. Damn, I didn't think I had that much fun going on in the pan, but apparently I did. Shit. Oh well, that's what it is for right now, I think. Yeah, fudge. I'm really gonna get a steel wool pad. That makes that so much easier. Okay, so now that all that's said and done, these are essentially ready. That needs onions and a piece of roast beef. So I should probably get these pans getting warm. I'm gonna let Mary know real quick. We're about to make the grilled cheesers. I'm gonna give her a quick little call. I almost said her name out loud. That would have been embarrassing. Okay, all right. Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm ready to make the grilled cheeses. All right, let me see you soon. Bye. Okay, so let's get some heat. As usual, we're gonna go kind of a little over medium low on that burner. To catch it caught. Then we're gonna go closer to medium on this burner. Somewhere in the middle. Let those get a little bit warm. Let me grab a fork, start working with these onions. Try to split this up as best I can, half and half, hopefully. If that, I might not even need half and half. I have a feeling we need to use Mikey P's grilled cheese flipper today. That's probably pretty good there. Oh shit. Guess that one's for me to taste. Actually, yeah, we're gonna pretty much use all these, so. One onion about that size is just about right for 2 sandwiches. I mean, if you're really going heavy-handed with it. Yes, truck, we know you have crazy-ass brakes. Taste test. Oh shit, that's good. That's fucking good. All right, finish this off with a piece of roast beef. And that's not a full slice. Hold on, let me get a real slice here. Sure. And we're gonna go like that. Let's go ahead and put the Munster over. We're gonna go like that. We're going actually want to start with these sides up, I think. Get my butter kind of prepped here. Let me get in the pan quickly. All right, what do we got? We got tablespoon. Tablespoon-ish. Tablespoonish. And tablespoonish. Okay. Yeah, we got heat. All right, let me get some, let me get some tools. What are these gonna look good on? Green and blue, I think. Alright, get my usual spatulas. We'll see if we need the flipper. And alright, here we go. Butter in the pans. Come on, butter. That's too hot, man. Smells good. I mean, you know, hot sizzling butter doesn't ever really smell bad. Let that pad melt. This pad's ready to go. Which one is gonna need more heat? Probably this one, because those thick blue cheese chunks. And boom, pan down. I need you to finish melting, please. Oh, sorry everybody, I will adjust the camera, I forgot to do that. Okay, butter is melted. Shit, that's almost too big for that pan. I needed 2 big pans. There we have it, all right. Other butter on standby. I'm gonna try to avoid lids, we'll see. We may have to lid on the second round. These are all pretty, really meltable cheeses, so I don't know that we'll need lids. But again.
Comments.
Huh? Oh. Well, I mean, as you see, they just went on, so. Oh, echo. Cancel alarm.
There's no alarm set.
Echo. Cancel timer.
30-minute timer canceled.
We might put a lid on that one, we'll see. All right. So give it a couple minutes here. I might actually be done with this closest to 7. That'd be great. That was my original hope, but then I got like almost an hour late start, and I was like, oh no. Oh, by the way, pizza cutter trick for the Brie. Wow.
Good job.
It was insanely easy.
Now just out getting some yard work done since it's so nice out.
Yeah, other than it just being like super windy, it is gorgeous out today. It's like 79, it's 80 right now.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out with my jacket and went, I really don't need this.
I know, right? I had to go out and get the trash cans. I was like, oh, I don't have to put anything on. This is actually going to move the lid. What do I use for that one? Is that this?
So it looks like something got a blue jay out back, judging from what little feathers I could find.
Yeah. So we're trying to go for a low and slow method here. But since that Brie is pretty thick cut, I thought I'd go ahead and throw a lid on it.
Okay. Need some water.
Alright.
Do you have a preference as to which pan gets the bigger piece of butter?
No. I guess the small pan, bigger butter.
Small pan, bigger butter?
Yeah, I think. No, fine, go the other way, I don't care. I don't really have a preference.
Okay.
Just trying to get a look at it.
You can wait.
Oh, shit.
No.
Fuck. Well, this is ugly, everybody. I forget rye. Damn. Fuck me. Oh no. I don't have extra onions. So sorry about this. This may. Oh, fuck. Well, actually, it's okay. It's okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was.
More than I would like, but not.
Yeah, it's not burnt to hell since that is rye. Okay. Take a look at this bad boy. That one is just about perfect. We'll give that an extra second here. Yeah, actually, I think we need, well, never mind. We already did the butter over there. Since that is rye, that's okay that it, I mean, because, you know, rye bread kind of,
Yeah.
and it does look like the blue cheese is melting nicely in there. But could probably stand to melt a little more. Gotta hate using 2 lids though. These are a pain in the butt. The dishwasher.
I don't know what it is about jeans, but Jack, when I'm wearing jeans, Jack's more likely to try to climb my legs.
That is odd. Oh, that is. Okay. Okay.
So one went too fast, the other one's not going fast enough, huh?
Yeah. Which you're right, I haven't clipped this. Thank you for reminding me. I was about to forget. So butter, 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 butter.
Oh.
That's why I probably needed to put more butter. I mean, it's good. It just where it's too big for the pan, honestly. Because we usually don't do 2 long sliced bits like this, but this will have a lighter toast on it.
I like a light toast.
Yeah. I bet you that other one's about done. So as soon as I get this on, I'm gonna check that sucker. And good. Lid back on. Lid off. Oh yeah. Feels.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, that might actually be worse.
Did you turn the heat down?
Actually, I think it's just like this one. It's fine. It's just. Okay. Alright, well, this one's obviously going to need a minute. At least that brie is starting to melt nicely in there. Sorry, I was trying to keep the greasy oil off the plate there. Okay. I guess I can temporarily set this over here while it cools.
Hi, Aaron. Not. After mommy and daddy eat, you all get to eat, okay?
It's only being a little dark. It looks really good. The cheese looks mostly good and melty through there. This brie is really starting to melt now. At least around the edges. Alright, we're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Looks like we're gonna beat the sunlight too, because where the windows are new. We did go look at window treatments, but obviously we haven't gotten them yet. So we were a little bit concerned about the light beating in. I bet you I went too heavy on the blue cheese on this one.
After I told you to quote dust.
Well, I mean, I didn't use crumble this time.
The thing is, a dusting would imply a light pan.
Yeah, well, I used thick slice basically.
So a heavy hand.
At least it was even. Alright, I got a feeling this puppy's about ready to check at least. Should not have moved that there because now I don't have a place to put the lid. Smells good. No, it actually still needs a little longer. I'm gonna up the heat a little bit so we can toast that a little quicker. The brie is definitely smushy now. Right now the bottom is about where the top is, so we're gonna give it like a minute. Hey, at least we're almost there, and this didn't quite take as long as I was worried it would. Mostly because I made the decision to only do one onion. Yeah, but it literally took the one onion. Alright, let's... Just trying to give it just a few more seconds, but we're about to take it off regardless. Might get a cheese pull from the pan. There's so much cheese around the edges now. Sizzling. What do they call that when it's like a cheese crisp or something? I don't know what it's called when you do that in the pan. You just kind of do some cheese in the pan. Oh yeah, it's dripping like crazy. Okay. Obviously, I will show you the bottom once I can get a handle on it. Now let's bring this back over. Let's cut these bad boys so we can get into our beauty footage and we can taste test. Oops, wrong direction. All right, Mary, I'm gonna need you to help me plate here. All right here. Normally I'm a diagonal guy, but on these longer breads, yeah, I want the blue one for this. Find somewhere to pick it up where I'm not shoving my finger in all the cheese. Yeah,
that's a spatula.
Oh my god, that looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Nothing else to picture on that's gonna be good. Great. So it's a little easier to deal with. All right, so there we have that. Let's get a close-up. Okay, it's obviously a little burnt, but it looks pretty damn good on the inside. Ooey gooey, cheesy. But this one looks fucking awesome. And that is gonna be a messy bee. All that melty brie. Okay, let's do the taste test. All right, Mary's making her decision which half she's gonna swap for. Okay, now the question is, where do we want to? It's like a black and white sandwich, like a black and white cookie. Where do we want to begin?
Which one has the blue cheese?
The dark one, the rye one.
Let's start with that one.
All right, that sounds good. And I can finally show you the bottom toast on this. Pretty darn good. There's the inside.
So what else on this?
And remember, cheese pull photograph. Dijon mustard, brie, caramelized onions, and roast beef on a sourdough. Disappointed in the lack of cheese pull, but it's pretty good.
It's very mild.
Those onions and brie work really well. I went real light with the Dijon.
It's just good because I can still taste it.
But it's not overpowering. It's like just a hint of it there, which is just the right amount, I think. That's really tasty.
It's a very light flavor overall. It feels like you could actually eat this whole sandwich and not feel overwhelmed by all the cheese and everything.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. The light toast on there is kind of nice, so it's just a light toast for that one as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now for this bad boy.
Maybe we'll get a cheese pull here.
So this is blue cheese and Munster.
Yeah, and caramelized onions. Yeah, could have been a little less blue cheese, but it's not bad.
I do kind of like how the blue cheese actually plays well with the onions.
Quite surprised. I do have a drippy sandwich, though. It's taking a big shit everywhere.
Again, probably should have gone just a little lighter with it.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as I was worried. It's pretty damn good, though. Is it? No, my Pinot's upstairs. Never mind. I was like, I wouldn't mind a nice little glass of Pinot Noir with that. Yeah, this might be almost might be a toughie. I'm not sure if it's a toughie or not. I can't decide. This ain't gonna get the awesome pull I want, huh? They are similar, but they are different.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely you're getting a more pungent punch of cheese out of this, because the blue cheese is way more obvious.
This has sort of an equivalent with its Dijon.
I don't get as much of the mustard on that one as you do, apparently.
Or I'm just hypersensitive to it for some reason.
Hopefully not because it's super expired. But I'm like, it's mustard. Damn. Are you having a hard time with this one too, or do you think you kind of know?
I'm still thinking.
This might be one of the toughest rounds we've had yet. I tend to want to lean a little more towards the Brie myself, but that's because I'm such a Brie fan. Brie Daniels, Brie Larson, Brie Olson, Brie...
Well, here's what I'm coming down to is the Brie is just a much lighter, smoother affair.
Mm-hmm.
The blue cheese, when you get the right balance of blue cheese and caramelized onion, it's really good. But again, a lot of times that tends to be just a little too much blue cheese.
Right, I agree. If that moves on, we'll have to say even just a little bit less blue cheese. But not by a lot. I don't think this is like terribly overpowered. But I agree, you're right. When you get the nice amount of onion and blue.
How thick a slice did you put in there?
It was probably like...
Okay, you had no space between your fingers.
I've seen your fingertips.
Oh, so the width of that.
About.
Half of that.
If I can. Damn it. I don't know, man. I don't know. See, I think by the time I get to the end of the blue cheese one, and again, because I was a little heavy with it, it's like, okay, I'm blue cheesed out. I don't need blue cheese for another couple weeks. Then again, if I was drinking a little red wine with it, might be a different story.
We need to go run and get your Pinot.
It's upstairs. I know, I'm tempted, but nah. Because the white wine goes better with Brie.
So just cut the difference and get rosé.
No, that wouldn't work at all.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, you're right though. The Dijon is there, but it's not like it's just a hint of it.
I think I have to go with Brie overall. I said if it had been a lighter touch with the blue cheese, it may have been a different story.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think, yeah, it's by a hair, but yeah, I think, yeah, let's go Brie. Besides, I wouldn't mind making the Brie again. Especially now that I know the pizza cutter trick. Plus, that way we have an excuse to keep more Brie around. I've been much better about keeping cheeses lately. Don't you tap at my tummy. I get to eat food.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. I noticed earlier. I was gonna mention. Mary, I believe it was a Christmas gift.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Brie for the win. So we're gonna go finish up our sandwiches. And we'll be back with more vlog after these sandwiches. We always finish each other's sandwiches. Yes, I didn't know if you were gonna go for it. I know we had a rule, but that's exactly what I was hoping. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so pan didn't take too much to glazing, and couldn't get that in, but check it out. Your boy is again the dishwasher Tetris master. Look at that, I'm surprised I got that much in there. Nice. I'm so good. I'm so good at cleanup. Yeah, I mostly just needed some boiled water. I actually had to glaze my my spatula more than anything. But all clean. 720. Not bad. Now the real work begins. Hey, just taking a quick break. It's like 8:30. I have filmed 5 more trailers, so I'm like 9 trailers up right now. You know, I was trying to get ahead for birthday weekend, and I'm about to do my collab thing. Been communicating, getting some you know, some feedback on what I'm expected to do. Very exciting though. At least there was some talk about maybe doing it in 4K. Luckily, they're gonna let me do it in 1080 because if I had to do it in 4K, I was gonna have to like change cameras and deal with monitors and all kinds of craziness. So like, whew. So I gotta go do that. It shouldn't take me too long. I should hopefully be done with this by 9. And it looks like I'm not gonna get to Resident Evil at all tonight, which kind of sucks because that means I won't get to play that till like Monday or Tuesday next week. And I really love it. I don't know, maybe before WrestleMania. It depends on what my Saturday and Sunday is actually like. But all that said and done, this should be a good time. I'm excited to go do this. And then we're gonna sit down and watch Moon Knight. Of course, we gotta talk to y'all. We also gotta tell you about Comic Con. So hopefully I remember to do that. Unfortunately, I will go ahead and tell you, I didn't film anything. Took a few pictures, but I didn't film anything. Just kind of enjoyed it. So sorry about that. But yeah, so lots of stuff to tell you about here in a minute. But I just figured I was letting all the footage from my trailers dump into my computer. And then I'm gonna go back up there and I'm gonna shoot these couple of bits and it should be pretty cool. And I'm excited about it because it's a channel I'm a fan of. And yeah, it'll be out in a week or two too. So I don't know. I think this goes pretty fast actually. It might even come out it won't come out for the vlog because if he needs it by Friday, the vlog will be out. All right, anyways, I should go get to work. All right, so Mary's here. I did my, actually I'll make this segment. Hold on, I'm gonna make this segment about my collab thing. Real quick, I just filmed a bunch of it. It was fun. I gave him a few takes on one thing I'm doing, and then I had to do this other thing. And unfortunately, the first time I did it was just too long, so I had to redo it. But I'm glad because I think it's funnier. It's still like 3 seconds longer than they want, but I think he can work with that. But I'm pretty excited about it. It made me laugh. It's rather cute, and I'm excited. It'll definitely be out before the next vlog. I'll say that. But still, I don't want to spoil the surprise for anybody. But so, yay, I got that done. It is 9:42. So we're going to try and talk about some movies here, and then we're going to settle in for Moon Knight and shoot that review for our thing. We might. No, I better not say it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx our timing. All right, let's talk some movies, even though the Oscars are over. All right, so first up, we're going to talk about The Worst Person in the World. It was the last of the foreign films we watched. I really enjoyed it. It's been a little while. I think that was my favorite. Obviously, the Oscars have now happened. We'll talk about that in a second. It didn't, spoilers, it didn't win. I mean, I was really surprised at how good it was because it was a very different tale. It was a really good kind of slice of life tale. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily this person was a very good person per se, but not really as bad as they made her. She's not the worst person in the world.
I'm going to say the person who actually said the thing was not her.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, but you probably can't tell me because of spoilers. Yeah, I'm sorry, and that's not for you. I just haven't had time to think back on it, but obviously I think if you want more detailed reviews on some of these, you can go watch our Oscars streams because we talked about a lot of these things on there. But I liked it. I thought it was an interesting look at somebody going through all these different relationships and, affairs and all that kind of stuff, but not in a way that sounds like it would be boring, but it wasn't. I thought it was really well done.
There's some interesting exploring of boundaries.
Yeah.
There's the random fantastical element that gets thrown in on occasion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an ongoing motif. It's just randomly, it's like, hey, this looks cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there was some artistry and director vision in there as well, so that's always nice. I do appreciate that.
But yeah, no, it was very interesting.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it, and that was my favorite of the foreign films. Although Hand of God I thought was really good too, but this was my favorite. Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep it brief. We're gonna move on. And now we're gonna talk about the documentary that, spoilers, did win. Summer of Soul. This was great. The revolution that was not televised.
Yeah.
Huge event in Harlem. Multiple weekend concert. Is like the Woodstock of
6 weekends.
Of the black culture, and I mean I'm using that because that's what they were talking about, and there's a whole thing in there about this was the era they stopped being. I'm only saying this because this is what they said in the documentary. Is like they stopped considering themselves the Negro and became black. Now, I'm a white dude. I would not normally say that. I'm just again explaining because that's what I'm explaining the documentary. But even outside of that, like the music was great, the performances were great. I was feeling it. We watched it on big screen. It was a good time, and it was fascinating to learn about a lot of that and how that stemmed from some of the riots the year before or whatever. So some people are like, well, maybe if we give them a concert or whatever,
I mean, that explanation of it did give it sort of a bread and circus feel. But
yeah. But at the end of the day, it actually ended up doing
really well done.
Yeah, and I can't believe we've never heard of this, and I'm hoping they're gonna remaster the tapes and give us some Woodstock style movie where we can watch the whole thing, because the stuff we were seeing was really fun and really entertaining.
And I wish I could remember the name of the guy who kind of put it all together.
Tony something, I think.
Yeah, because I mean he was a hustler in the best way.
A showman, yeah, an absolute showman. And sometimes it was just fun seeing the crowd's reaction to things and some of the kids being like, what is this? But then they kind of start getting into it and all of that. And it was cool to see everything from like gospel to funk to soul to Motown, like all those genres of music really shown, and some very famous singers and some singers and bands that should have been more famous. And it definitely made me want to go watch Hair.
Yeah, Fifth Dimension.
Yeah, because that was a really cool performance. And hearing them talk about how they were like kind of not liked by any group because they were so in the middle of all the groups was kind of interesting too, and how they would just go out and change minds all the time by being awesome. So yeah, and I think Questlove did a fantastic job with it. And actually they framed it with like, it's almost this reaction video happening, because they found some of the kids that were there and all these years later are now showing them the footage for the first time. And like, they're like reliving it and remembering it. And some of the band people are reliving it and remembering. They're getting emotional like me in a Star Wars trailer. And it was awesome.
Some of the kids are going like, so I didn't hallucinate that.
Right, exactly.
Which I think is kind of how Questlove kind of got involved in all this, because he kind of remembered being there.
Okay.
And then I guess he found out that this footage existed, and that was that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was excellent. He deserved the win. I don't think it would have been I would have voted for other things. I'm trying to remember. I've like pushed the Oscars out of my mind now. Yeah, Attica was more moving, but it's kind of nice that something feel-good won. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to piss you off.
Yeah, like what happened at the Oscars right before he won. But we'll get to that. All right, one more movie. All right, and then we watched Cyrano. This was the last of the feature films we had to get to, and it was only up for costuming. And I mean, it was good costuming, but amongst its competitors, it was kind of average. But the movie was great. I was kind of dreading this one. I was like, it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be okay. But
it has
was
Dinklage.
Great. Yeah, I mean, Dinklage was what was keeping me semi-excited, but he is fantastic in it. It probably deserved more nominations. And I love, for the most part, I love how they did the musical element of it. And it moves and it flows and it's fun, and I mean it's a tale. It's got some drama, but I mean it's fun, and a lot of that is Dinklage just being amazing. And then Ben Mendelsohn is fantastic in it, and the lady who plays Roxanne is amazing. Everybody is really great in this, and I really enjoyed it. I will say my only complaint does come to the musical element of it. I love lyrically everything they did, where they took the poetry and they turned that into song. And I think the way the lyrics were handled, the singing was handled, all of that was great. But on the actual, just the music part of it, I found the music to be very flat. There were no hills and valleys. Like the music never built to anything. It's like the same musical phrase over and over through the whole thing. Like it doesn't really change up musically. Like it's not like here's strings and piano in the first verse that then explodes into like drums and horns or whatever. But like there was no real instrumentation. There was a lack of changing instrumentation in all the songs that made them fall a little flat. And I think had the song element of it, the musical side of the song element, been better, this would have been a superior movie and an absolute blockbuster, because it was freaking great.
Yeah, and apparently it is based off of a musical.
Yeah, stage musical version. Yeah.
So that's always one of those things where you're kind of going like, okay, did the movie mess with the music, or is that how the music was?
Yeah, so
because sometimes that happens.
Right,
like
and
cats.
Don't remind me. I had that out of my head. But yeah,
That was so much better.
I got 69 steps left. Nice. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Cyrano. Actually, we're gonna do a real quick talk about shorts. So, my shorts are raggedy and I need new ones and a new belt. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Oscar shorts. We're just going through all packages together. We found all the documentaries except one. Queen of Basketball was fun, but how the hell did that win against the rest of the shorts? That was like a...
Short docs?
It was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But
okay. Well, you have short docs, short movies,
I
short
said
animation.
documentaries, I thought.
I missed it.
But maybe I didn't. But it was the least interesting of the four we could see, because the other one came out after the Oscars. But like with like the one about the homeless ones, like Lead Me Home, or some of the other things, every one, even Audible, was like vastly superior to Queen of Basketball. So kind of weird. I think they gave it to it because Shaquille O'Neal produced it. But I mean, it's good. It's absolutely worth watching. But amongst its peers, it was the weak link. But and then animation, what won?
Shoot.
Affairs of the Art?
No.
Wasn't Robin.
Wasn't Beast.
No, or Box Ballet.
Maybe it was pretty...
Beast should have won. Beast was dark and interesting and weird. Short films, they gave it to Riz Ahmed.
Maybe it was for Zero, I don't know.
Okay, well, for short films, they gave it to Riz Ahmed, which is great. Short films was a difficult category. If you have the chance to go buy the short live action films, if nothing else, that's worth every penny. Every short film in there is a gut punch of greatness and highly recommended. So I can't get too mad there.
Well, Rosamund is the only short film that goes like, wait a minute, is this based off an actual thing or is this a hypothetical thing? And so I had to go like find an interview for them to kind of explain what they were going for with this. It's like, okay, not an actual thing per se, but could be if things keep proceeding down a certain path.
Yeah, we're like a thread away from that being a reality at times, which is terrifying and heartbreaking. And be prepared. It's rough. It's on YouTube too. If like you just want to look up the Long Goodbye, I think is what it's called. So absolutely worth watching, and all the live action shorts, absolutely incredible. Terrible year to not show them on the Oscars. Speaking of which, okay, so the Oscars. Now, we of course did our live stream, so if you have questions we don't talk about here, go watch the live stream. It's on the replay. It's fine. It's interesting. There's a lot of cute cats. We installed a kitty cam, so when they were going around the cables. But that was kind of a thing too. So obviously, elephant in the room, the big event that happened. Some people are rightfully a little disappointed because Mary was off doing something when that happened, and Mike and I were distracted because of the cats, and Mary was around unsupervised. So long story short, the slap happened, and we're like, what? Oh my God, what's going on? No, that was fake, blah, 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 blah. And then the audio cut out. But right when the audio cut out, Jack like jumped out of the audio cabinet where all the cables were. So I thought he unplugged something. So I'm down there trying to save the show. And then we get up, and by then I haven't seen it. And Mike's like looking at me and watching for cats. So we aren't really seeing what's going on. And so we just move on, you know. But then after we saw the uncensored footage and all that, and whoo. First off, I'm not going to get too deep into this because I don't want to start arguments. But why is everybody, so many people assuming Chris Rock had any idea? Just because you care about Jada Smith doesn't mean anybody else in the world does. And I don't mean that in a negative. But people don't know shit about people. It's easy. Comedians don't carry medical charts of the audience, you know? And so there's that. Also, Will Smith, 1,000 more manly ways to handle that. You charge up there, you take the mic Kanye style, say, I'm gonna let you finish, but I want you to know, my wife has a condition that she's been very open about, and maybe y'all don't know about this. So it's blah, 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 it's alopecia, it does this, it affects her. So you may not have known, but that joke, really not okay in this moment. I think you owe her an apology. Chris Rock probably would have been like, oh shit, you know what? Yeah, all right, I'm sorry, I do apologize.
Sorry, that was a fashion thing.
Yeah, or even just the fact that she's an actress who often changed their hair and maybe did shave it for a role. Like if you didn't know anything, like that was my assumption because I didn't know anything. I thought she was just doing it for style or for a role. So when he made the G.I. Jane 2 joke, I was like, that'd be cool. I'd watch Jada Pinkett do G.I. Jane 2, you know, like, because she's rocking that bald head. Like, you know, I mean, and, you know, there's all the other weight, too, of their very public relationship and all that. So, but, yeah, horribly handled and really feels creepy that he got up and gave that acceptance speech. And apparently he refused to leave. Apparently the Academy, I just read a few minutes ago, they did ask him to leave after that, and he refused. So it's like, man, that whole situation's just messed up. But I'm not the best person to comment on it. I'm just giving you my perspective. Doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. Everybody's got an opinion. But anyway, so there was that. The show itself was great. Our live stream was great. No technical issues really at all.
Except for kitty distractions.
Well, yeah, and they were mostly good. We did have to put Jack down in the basement near the end because he was getting real feisty about getting on everything. But he was pretty good. And then you may have seen Mary have a drunken faux pas all over my iPad. Well, the one thing you didn't know is afterwards how lucky we got. Because I was breaking down all the equipment, and it turns out that champagne was all up in the electrical power strip that had the laptop and the switcher and the monitor and like thousands of dollars of equipment plugged in with unused outlets. I don't know how we got so lucky, but we did. And you're forgiven, I love you. But I don't expect you to party foul. That's the only problem. But it was still, it was fine. I know.
Best of us.
It happened to me too. I'm sure if it hasn't already. I mean, I put some red wine on the couch once. So, but yeah. So, anyways, you know, there was that. But overall, I hated the Oscars because, like Mike said, they cut all those categories to add a bunch of bullshit and still ran longer than they ever do. And guess what? It's now the second highest rated Oscars of all time. I'm sorry, second lowest. I said that wrong. Second lowest rated.
Yeah, the big difference.
Yeah. So they beat last year. So everything they did, garbage. They just pissed off the people that do care. Like, I'm still pissed about all that. Because we were trying to, like, talk about the things and pick who's going to win or who we think's going to win. But those film categories went by so fast, you barely even knew they were happening. So that sucks. I hope they fix that for next year. We'll find out. Okay, we're gonna talk Comic Con, and then we gotta go watch Moon Knight. Okay, so Comic Con, like I said, I didn't film anything. I didn't. But we had a good time. I will show you some of my haul after she goes to bed. But I didn't go on Sunday. I was Comic Con'd out. I got everything done I needed done. Even Saturday, we left an hour early so we could watch Oscar movies and get through them faster. But I had a great time. Met Eric Estrada. It was fantastic. He was super nice. He liked that I was named after him. He signed my thing to Eric. Great name. Super good dude, too, because he was trying to find me a Marcos from C-Lab print, because he's like, I know we have him, but we must have sold out. And that was after he signed my other thing. I think he was going to give it to me. That was really cool. We met Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel. Mary was right to have us do that Friday while the lines weren't crazy.
Yep.
Because Saturday lines were nuts. I didn't buy much. I bought one action figure. I bought a cool mask, a couple of art prints. I'll show you all that stuff in a bit. Lots of walking, ran into Jerry Williams, Todd Burrows, lots of cool people. I went Saturday dressed in my Mystery Science Theater jumpsuit, and a few people asked to take my picture, which was kind of cool. I'm not used to that. Not for that reason, at least. And, and we met Taylor Gray, who voices Ezra in Rebels, and he was real excited to find out about all my Star Wars crying and viral stuff. He didn't know, but he apparently went to check it out. And then we talked to them about Oscar movies, and that was really cool.
There was nobody in line, so...
Yeah, we weren't like holding up the line. We were just hanging out, but... So it was a really good time, and I had a blast, and again, it was worth it, and I look forward to another year of it.
Yeah.
And what, you got any Comic-Con stories you want to throw out real quick?
Do I?
I mean, what happened when your mom punched Ron Perlman? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was Juan Carlo Esposito.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Who I did not meet because he was Saturday, Sunday only, and by the time we got out there Saturday, there was no fucking way. I would have been in that line for 8 hours. And it's like, I want to meet the guy, but not 8 hours bad.
Yeah. Shoot. The thing is, it was only like, was it even 6 months since the last one?
Yeah, maybe roughly. I think it was October because of all the lockdowns. They did the last one really late in the year.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of the same vendors, and so it's like nothing super, super new.
Yeah, I think the newest thing I remember is like the kinky place. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
They have really cool like kinky pins and like bondage
like
vintage
geeky,
cartoons.
Geeky kink or something.
Yeah,
like
kinky
that.
geek or something like that, or geeky kinky something. I'll look on the pins when I show you. But I mean, there were some other ones too, but nothing great. Nick Brown's birthday, we bought him a drink. That was fun.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything Godzilla I wanted or anything Resident Evil, but I got other cool stuff.
The one of the new things this year was the acrylic prints.
Yeah, they're getting more and more popular, and they're great, but
More, also saw more metallic. But that's been around for a couple of years. But the acrylics, they're very nice, but god damn, they're pricey. And I'm kind of hoping maybe it's one of those things is that it's just pricey because it's a new technology, so to speak, and
yeah, maybe
in a few more years it'll get a little easier access and it'll get cheaper.
And I want to say they were maybe on average like 22 by 18, roughly, something like that, a size about like that. And most places were giving them or selling them at like $90 for one, 80 for two, 80 each for two, 70 each for three.
Right.
And it's like, oh, that's a lot of money. It is cool though, because you can frame them with a light box behind them and have them light up like, double-sided one sheets for movie theaters. And there was a great Ghidorah one.
That's another expense right there, though.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
Or on the other hand, if you don't care about having them backlit, you can just do command strip Velcro and just.
Although if you are doing that in the way where you can just swap out things all the time, it's kind of a pain in the butt. At least with disc plates or metal ones, you have magnets and the whole thing is metal, so wherever you want.
Yeah.
But I realized if you're trying to line up your Velcro, you have to line up the Velcro on every print you have in the exact same place somehow, which would probably actually be a bit of a chore.
It's a little bit of a chore, but it's not impossible.
Well, depending on how many you get. Of course, at those prices, you probably ain't getting that many at once.
I'll just have to go, okay, we're going to put one X inches down from the top and centered and...
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying it's like, it's more work than the magnetic disc plates that are basically the same price. So, or metallic prints in general. But yeah, and I saw Kit from Knight Rider, but I didn't get in it.
I forgot about that.
We saw some other cool people, like, of course, walking around the vendor hall. I would have liked to have met. I never see wrestlers, though. We only ever see wrestler booths. I don't know why.
We saw Lawler.
I was going to say that. That's the one exception, but he wasn't on the Celebrity Hall. He was in Artist Alley, which was weird. And I would have met him, but I was kind of broke by then. Or con broke. Like, I was out of my budget by then.
But yeah, I got some prints. We got I show them on the live stream.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so you can go find that. Signed Vegeta, signed Goku.
Right.
Okay, good, because my arm is... Oh, yeah, the light up D20.
Get this under some good light, I guess.
It looks pretty cool on camera. So there's an LED light base, and it lights from within, color changing and all of that. So that's actually really, really cool.
Yeah. And it's a pretty purple.
Yeah. Purple Nurple. Also after the Oscar live stream, I had 2 champagne flutes. I loaded one on the top rack of the dishwasher over 2 prongs. It wasn't like terribly tight, but it was a little tight. And then when I pushed the drawer in, I heard glass shatter and a big chunk of it broke off. I was like, fuck. So I had to buy a 4-pack. But that's fine. Now when we have more than 2 people that want to drink, yeah, as I don't have to get the plastic glasses down. So that was another Oscars thing. I should have put in the Oscars, but whatever. I think that's it.
Yeah.
We had Burger King on Saturday and it was delicious.
Yay.
I do love their...
Fuck up our orders.
No, they didn't fuck up our orders at all. I had the spicy chicken. That's my go-to at Burger King. Not that I go there that often, but when I go, that's why I go, because it's a pretty damn good chicken
Mine's
sandwich.
alright. Is yours alright? Yours is alright. Unless it's your dad. See if they fucked his...
It's like, nope, Dad's was fine too. All right. We were joking too, because it's just one of those, and it's just one of those silly things. It happens, but he kept trying to put cheese on one of the burgers, and none of us wanted cheese. So that was the joke. I messaged Dad, like, so did you get cheese? But anyways, again, fast food, very rare, but it does happen on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I've got more to say, but we got to go do our thing, so...
Moon Knight!
Yeah, Moon Knight. And I got Halo. I didn't watch Halo last night. But I hear there's a huge drop-off in episode 2. So anyways, we'll talk more about wrestling. I'll show you my Comic Con stuff and all that, and we'll see you all. And if you want to hear about Moon Knight, join the $2 tier on the memberships. That's how you'll get all our Moon Knight reviews and Obi-Wan reviews and all that kind of stuff and more. All right, thanks, everybody. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so here's my Comic Con haul. It's 12:16. Mary just went to bed. I got the trash out as it started sprinkling. Big storm coming in. We do the VIP ticks. It gets us all 4 days. It gets us a lanyard instead of stupid wristbands I hate. And then you get a t-shirt with that choice. So I went with the WCW version. A lot of the designs this year were the same as last year. I already have a Dragon Ball one, so what Mary got, but I thought this was pretty cool. I got some pins. So this was the company we were talking about. Geeky and Kinky is what it says on the back. So I have the I Love Porn. Haven't made that on my jacket yet. And then I got Harley as Captive Leia. I also got Vader as Frankenfurter and one that says Pervert in the same font, but I've already put those on my jacket. I bought one action figure. This was a want. This was like, I'm gonna go there. If I find Ultimate Undertaker at a reasonable price, I'm gonna get him. And I did. And that's because I've been playing him like crazy in my WCW game. And I'm not disappointed. I got him for like 36 bucks. That's pretty much what he'd go for in a store. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. And this is basically the version I've been playing in my faction. So that's cool. In terms of autographs, there is my Eric Estrada. Pretty happy about that. Handsome man. And here is my Taylor Gray. That's going to go real nice alongside Ahsoka. Hopefully Matt Lanter canceled. And that's why Taylor Gray came in. But I'd like to get Matt Lanter as well. And D. Bradley Baker as Obi-Wan, of course. 2 pieces of art. Come on. It's not that I'm a huge Corgi guy other than Ein from Cowboy Bebop, but it's Guy Fieri. You know I love that. And the single greatest artistic mashup of all time. Raising Arizona Nick Cage with Grogu, baby. Come on, I totally geeked out with this guy about Nicolas Cage. I put on my Cage Fighter thing. I went and saw him the other day. We have his card. Crap, I wish I had it there. So other than a few celebrity autographs, because these were expensive. I think Punch was like 80 for a combo. I think he's like, I want to say it was like 60 for an autograph, 60 for a photo, but 80 for a combo. Or maybe it was like 40 and it was like 50 and 50. Whatever, he was reasonable. Taylor wasn't bad. He was 100 for an autograph and a combo, but he's Star Wars. You know, these prices are getting a little out of hand, and that's me saying it. But I was doing pretty good. I made, and of course we know Vegeta and Goku, but I made it out pretty well until I discovered a booth that was selling some vinyl. And I've constantly put this in my cart and I decided I didn't have money for it, but I love this score. And you know, I love Day of the Dead, and I had Night on vinyl. I have Dawn on vinyl, so I needed Day on vinyl. And then I kept also really wanting this, and it's now out of print, and they had it at a really good price. because I already have the very rare Escape from LA score, which I think is superior, because Shirley Walker, who did the Batman the Animated Series music, collabed with John Carpenter, but the original Escape from New York is still fucking iconic. Duke of New York, #1. He's not the Duke, but... So very excited about that. And then I didn't even know this was a thing, but man, that is my favorite Social Distortion album. Apparently this just came out recently, limited to 4,000 copies, color like gray marbled vinyl or something. I adore this album start to finish. There's definitely some other vinyl I wouldn't mind buying, but you know, I'm trying to be good, man. We got this wedding. So my Comic-Con haul is reasonable, but awesome. I really picked cool stuff. Like I said, 2 extra pins. I got a gift for my dad, but I don't want to show it here. I don't think he'd ever watch this, but maybe. So just gonna be safe. And of course we got those Golden Girls pins gift for Mike that we gave him on the Oscars live stream for his birthday. But pretty good time. Had a good time. Really good time. Okay, let's talk about gaming, I guess. And actually, before we talk about gaming, let's talk about something gaming adjacent. The Halo series has premiered on Paramount Plus. 2 episodes out as of the filming of this. I've only seen the first episode, and I've seen it twice because I watched it pretty much immediately that day, and then watched it again with Mary a little while later on the big theater. Kind of frustrated with it. I'm not the biggest Halo guy in the world. I'm gonna become it. I loved Infinite. I played it because of Game Pass. I've tried playing the original Halo a couple of times, kept getting stuck in the same place, but I honestly feel like now that I've played Infinite, I have a better understanding of how to play a Halo game. So I've downloaded my Master Chief Collection, and I'm definitely planning on giving it another go and playing through all the games, because again, I really loved Infinite. I felt like I screwed myself out of some really awesome emotional moments because I didn't know the build up to it, and I could kind of, in my mind, know where they went and be like, oh, this probably was what happened before, and it would have been so much more powerful for me if I had known going in. But I loved Infinite. I want to go back and play it. So I'm not like the biggest, so I'm not like trying to nitpick. But for me, the series, so far, the premiere episode, up until a point, we'll get to that, I loved it. Like, I love that opening. I like how they introduced the Spartans. I'm okay with the different voice for Master Chief. The designs, the action, the violence of it is really cool. I even like the little side character who reminds me of, like, you know, kind of almost like the side character. Very different, but kind of reminds me of a similar thing with Infinite. I liked how they get so many of the characters right. Like Keyes is in there and his daughter and all that kind of stuff. And these things I vaguely know about, but it's really cool they're in there. And it all looks really good for a TV series like this. But then they take the spoiler-ish. I'm not going to give you plot details if you haven't seen it. This is just more of a character choice that happens in the last 10 or 15 minutes. And it's out there, like it's been talked about. So it's not huge spoiler. And I almost feel like this is something you need to know going in to temper expectations. But Master Chief takes off his helmet. Okay, fine. I'm not going to tell you why, but the reason he does so, I'm like, okay. Story-wise, makes sense. I like what you did with that if you felt the need to do it. The 2 problems I have. One, and this might be slightly more spoilery, but still not really. The action continues. An action scene happens after this. Helmet stays off. If it had just come off for a little bit, I could roll with it, but it stays off, and it's like, no. And then no knock on the actor, who's doing a great job with the helmet on, and is probably fine with it off. I just don't like it with the helmet off. But he was emoting like crazy through that suit. I don't know if it's stand-ins or stunt doubles like Mando or what, but you felt Master Chief's emotion. And I hate that they left it off. And then, like, it makes it even worse because it's no knock to the actor. I'm sure the actor is great because he's great in this. I'm just kind of upset about the helmet issue. Like, Carl Urban is just shaking his damn head. You know, he nailed it in Dread. Why can't you do it in Halo? But it's like generic, boring, derpy white dude. I don't need Master Chief making derpy faces. And again, I think this is a problem people have with translating video games to live action. They feel like, oh, you have to give you the face. He has to be able to emote and connect. And it's like, no, not really. Because the thing with video games that people fuck up in these adaptations, they forget the character we play in a video game is typically a generic blank slate to a certain degree so that the player can step into their shoes and put their own life experiences, their own personality into that character. You know, our brains fill in a lot of our own dots, and if you keep a character behind a helmet like that, like I was putting my own spin on whatever was going on with Master Chief up until he took off the helmet, and then when he take off the helmet, it's like, well, now you're deciding that for me, and I'm not happy with the way it goes. And I don't want to get super political, but listen, I'm not going to argue if somebody out there is like, oh, good, it's another white savior thing, because that's the thought that ran through my mind. I'm not gonna, and I don't usually think in those kind of terms, but I was like, oh, good. Wonderful. That said, I know the other Spartans are supposed to take their helmets off, and that's fine, because I don't know them as well. I don't know if that's a thing. It feels like everybody around Master Chief, but because we all play as Master Chief, I feel like it's better for everybody of every walk of life, of every color. I mean, even gender, you could swap it out a little bit, probably, if you really want to. But it's like when you don't see what they look like, it can be you. It can be representative of whatever the word is. I've had a bottle of wine of you, you know. So you can put yourself in those shoes, and as soon as that helmet comes off, you lose so much of that and so much potential. And I really hate that. And again, I could have even rolled with it if it's just for a moment, for the moment he took it off and why that makes sense. And I know they got a story reason for it, but listen, if they can, to keep it totally as spoiler-free as possible, if they can buck the system by doing things to the ship, they can buck the system by doing things to that helmet. Writers could have done that. Because it's writers. They can make whatever they want real. So that's really disappointing. Especially because it was fucking great until then. Like, I was hyped. I was in it. I'm feeling these characters. I'm feeling the action. I'm feeling the emotion, the music, the design. And the love they actually do show to the games, like in the sound design and stuff, like even Chief, like with shields, and like, you know, he takes a bunch of hits to draw some fire, and then you start getting the alarms in the hub, like the POV displays, which I loved. It looked like the game, the actual game HUD. Normally I hate that, but it was done beautifully here. And like he even just ducks for cover and waits, and you hear the like the shield's coming back, just like in the game, and then he pops back up into action, just like you would as a player. I'm like, that's one of the most faithful representation of game to live action I've ever seen, and it worked beautifully. So then the fact they just go and shit on it with the helmet thing. So I'm going to try and get over that. Hopefully I'll have time to watch the next episode tonight. Mary's going to give it another episode and see what she thinks. I did hear, though, Angry Joe, it's the only person I heard this from, so take it with a grain of salt, because I rarely agree with Angry Joe. I enjoy him, but I rarely agree with him. Has claimed there is a massive quality drop-off in episode 2, so that's disappointing. But I love it. I'm super into all things Halo. I want to get the Infinite soundtrack. There's a vinyl. They had it at Comic Con. I think it might have been the color version, because they were asking for $82. And I see the color version is out of stock, but the black version is like $32 online. I'm like, really, Comic Con guys? And it was one of those booths where it's like, we have one copy of this. We don't sell vinyl. We just have one copy. It's like a bunch of... So it's like, I don't know. But hopefully it'll come back around, because I want this to be great, because so much of it works so well for me, especially as like a new fan of Halo. But I'm also excited to go back and play all the other games. So anyways, that's my thoughts on Halo. So let's talk video games. Let's talk WWE. I haven't played anything else. I really haven't. I haven't even gone back to Super Lucky's Tales. And even with like the Xbox weekly quests and Game Pass, I'm like I just have to play them. So I open them in the cloud, and as soon as I get the reward, I'm out. But I'm still loving WWE 2K22. I've spent too much money on card packs, and that's going to continue because I enjoy it. But it's rough, and I'm just grinding, but having a blast. I'm mostly playing my faction. I still haven't touched the other levels. I mostly have been doing the same first Rey Mysterio weekly tower from week 2 over and over again to grind my Undertaker all the way up to Ruby, I guess, because it went Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby. And earlier today, grind my my Hollywood Hogan all the way up to Ruby. It's made a difference with them. But I will also tell you, today I opened up card packs and finally got the Silver Riddle. You know I'm an arcade bro. I love Riddle. But the nice thing was, Riddle was the one card I was missing from the collection rewards to get the Ruby Riddle that can evolve. I call it evoing. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to evo him. up to Amethyst as well. So, and I've almost already got him evoed up to Amethyst. So hopefully we'll get that there tonight. I just got to get like 11 more signatures and he's already there. And I love Riddle, so I'm very, very excited about that. I played some more weekly towers. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I did a match with Hogan. He needed so many reversals to get, evolved, that I put on that Rey Mysterio match because it's like one of the easiest male matches you can do, the first level one. And I literally did an entire match where I never took an offensive strike. I never hit like X or A necessarily, at least maybe once in a blue moon, but almost the entire match was just me waiting for him to strike and then hitting that Y button to do the reversal. And I was whooping his ass by just doing that. And that was kind of fun to play the game in a different way, which helps me understand, okay, there are many ways to go about these matches. So I'm having fun. And then today earlier, Riddle whooped the shit out of the Rock and made him submit. So that was really fun too, watching Riddle make the Rock submit. But yeah, I'm having a blast. I can't wait to get into the other modes. I'm excited about them, but my faction is fucking working for me. And I thank people for doing all those donations and stuff, especially the Oscars, because y'all are buying me in some damn card packs. And I heard rumors when this vlog comes out, there's supposed to be like WrestleMania card packs. That could be cool, especially with WrestleMania this weekend, which I'm very excited for. I'm almost caught back up to live WWE. I have a half a Raw, a SmackDown, and another Raw. And then of course, when this comes out, I'll have the last SmackDown pre-WrestleMania. So, got to get on that. Excited, having a blast with it, and I just fucking love this game. I've definitely got my original $110 worth already well out of this game. I don't know what I actually spent on this game because for card packs, I need to not do that as much. I really do need to calm down on them. Oh well. It's great. I fucking love it. It's not for everybody, but it's absolutely for me. This is the wrestling game I've been looking for, and I've just still barely scratched the surface of it. 3-4 weeks, however long it's been, 3 weeks, I guess, into it, and damn, I'm still having a blast with one single mode. Can't wait to get to My Rise. My GM sounds fun. Just the regular play matches sound fun. I know I've got some friends that are playing it. Maybe I get to play with them play along with them at some point. So, yeah. That's my jam. And finally, last segment, this is just the wrap up. Let's just wrap it up. We've talked a lot. We've cooked a lot. We had a good time today. This was a good vlog. Tomorrow we're doing the second volume of the Italian dinner and dessert. I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm sorry I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to enjoy that. I'll probably have to do some scheduling and deal with this collab thing a little bit. By the way, I did hear back about one of the two things I'm doing with this collab, the one thing that comes out first. And yeah, it was very well received, and I'm pretty happy with it. It got me laughing pretty good. So now I got to edit the next one. I gave them some choices. We'll see what I think about them. We'll see how it turns out. I wasn't given as clear a direction on what I'm doing in here. I was given some direction, you know, I mean, because I want to be directed. If I'm performing, if I'm in the actor role in this sense, you know, I want to know what you want. Because like I told him, it's like, I'm sorry I'm asking 1,000 questions. I just want to make sure I give you what you're looking for, you know, because I take pride in that. But thank God they let me shoot it in 1080 because I am 4K capable. But after I said that to them, I started thinking about what would be involved in me switching everything over to doing a 4K shoot for what they wanted. It was like, ooh, that's actually going to be a lot of work for me. Comes out Friday. I'm gonna say let's keep this very vague, but one of the things they wanted was a very similar thing to something I do frequently on YouTube, but to do it, I've gotten the way I can put out so many videos the way I do. I have built up systems. I have figured out what I do. So most cameras and lights and audio are permanently installed for anything I do. So I just gotta go hit a few buttons and we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? If I had tried to do it in 4K, I was gonna have to kind of tear down like everything that's been set for a year and a half and rebuild the same thing with different things, which requires more things because my 4K camera doesn't have a flip out screen. So like even that, I gotta find the cable and then I gotta get a monitor and I gotta find a power solution for that monitor so I can see what I'm looking. You know, it's a complicated thing. So I feel a little bad that I wasn't able to actually deliver in 4K. If I had been given an extra week, probably could have done it, but the timing is just weird. But it's going to be so much fun. I'm very excited about this. The only other thing I'll tell you is I have started to find all kinds of kick-ass animated Ninja Turtle packs, those NECA figures at Target. I'm not buying them. I really wanted them. I found Vern and the Rat King the other day. I found Super Bebop and Super Rocksteady the other day. Mutagen Man, fucking Pizza Monsters, Super Foot Soldier. Like, I found all these things. Wolfman from, you know, the Universal Monsters. Also random. You know, one thing that pisses me off about these cons I go to with all these arts? A lot of booths do all the Universal horror icons. No one ever does Invisible Man. Pisses me off. I mean, I make the stupid joke every time. No, they did him. You just can't see him. You know, but I'm like, what the fuck is this disrespect for my favorite Universal monster movie, The Invisible Man? What the fuck is this disrespect? Especially if you're like doing a painting or something. Like, give me him wrapped in bandages even. It's cool. I don't need him to be invisible, but damn. Okay, Vinted. Hey, by the way, I got Surf Nazis Must Die on Blu-ray. Lloyd Kaufman should make it Scarefest this year. I fucking paid for Dead Heat in 4K because I love this movie. I've always loved this movie. These are just sitting on my desk. That's why I was gonna show you. All right. I gotta go. It's late. I got a lot of editing to do. It's 12:37. I got like 5 trailers, 3 bits, this vlog. I didn't get to play any Resident Evil, but damn. All right, thank you, everybody. Comment below, let me know, what do you think? What do you want to make? What do you think about these grilled cheese? How do you feel about blue cheese? What's your favorite blue cheese? What kind of Brie cheese do you prefer? Double cream, triple cream? What are you thinking? Let me know. Geek out with me in the comments. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I do love to be encouraged. Also, something I forgot to show you in the Comic Con. And for those that stick around to the very end, this is going to be fun. Yes, Batman. When my penis is in asses, you have my permission to come. She should have never let me buy this. All right. We will get through this. We will get through this together. I know that means individually. I can't do it one-handed. Check out my music. Look up EricButts anywhere you listen to music. Pop punk. You know the drill by now. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I'll see you all. I'll talk to you all later, okay? Bye.